Hello, lovelies. It's she here from Butterthread Tarot. I'm here to bring you another channeled message. I hope this message will find you blessed and full of abundance. As always, my sweets, okay? Alright, so Spirit is saying that a new cycle, a new world is opening up for you. If there aren't any more illusions, any more masks, they are going to be stripped away. And this is all happening so that you can free yourself. They're asking you to separate yourself from what does not serve you, because you truly do deserve what is best and what is highest for you. Because some of you are settling for something, a situation, a relationship, a partnership, whether this be in love and friendship, in your career. You're settling for less than you deserve. You're settling for less than what you're capable of. And Spirit wants you to free yourself from this lie that you are not able, that you don't have enough of, whatever it is you feel like you don't, to deserve more. This new world, an opportunity to open up this new world, is here. Okay? It's part of your karmic contract. You have the strength, the understandings, the harmony, the balance inside of you. Spirit is bringing forth whatever is hidden from you, like I said, with these masks. And if whatever's coming up to the surface right now, it is coming up to balance out your energy and to bring about this kind of emperor energy, this divine masculine energy. So if this is for some of you who maybe have been feeling very worn out, feeling like you lack the motivation, or you lack the drive, or you lack that something, that spark, that passion that just keeps you going, that keeps your energy high, this is a message for you. Okay? If you have been feeling that way, this is a message for you. Okay? Something that you're not quite aware of is draining more of your energy than you realize at this moment right now. You and your higher selves and your spirit guides are manifesting in a divine gift for you right now. And it is going to be a tower moment. A tower moment because Spirit sees that you are in separation, that you are kind of in this hangman energy, that you are in this pause moment of, I need clarity, I need understanding, I need drive, I need direction, I need purpose. Right? Point me in that direction and I'll go. It's kind of the energy that I'm getting. And Spirit is saying that there is something that you're not quite aware of that is holding you back. What's that something that is just that thing that I seem to be missing, or that I seem to be not realizing? Like, what is it that I need to let go of? And spring. Okay, for some of you, this could come about as kind of like a spring. It's like a blossoming energy. I don't know. For some of you, I know I'm in the northern hemisphere, and we are transitioning from fall over into August into fall. You know, from summer into fall. Sorry, I said that right. I'm sorry, you guys. It's been a long day. I've been at work since this morning. But if you're in the southern hemisphere, you might be transitioning over from winter into spring. So that could be, let it resonate if it does for you. But there is kind of this spring energy, this coming alive energy that Spirit says that you've been wishing for, and you're going to receive it. But there is this moment of clear sight, of clear judgment of what has been this energy holding you back, stopping you from having this kind of rebirth. So there is this rebirth energy that's coming to you. Oh my gosh, all these aces. Oh my gosh. Empress energy is coming in here to work with you really strongly. So if you work with a particular feminine energy, like if you work with a particular goddess, or a particular nymph, or a particular elemental energy, or if you work with any, like for me personally, most angels kind of come across as kind of androgynous, besides Michael usually always comes through with a very masculine energy, but for me a lot of angelic energy comes in as androgynous. But for you, or it could be a particular spirit guide, it could be or this could be a particular person that you're working with that has very strong motherly nurturing energy. It's coming in really strong. This can also be your own inner divine feminine energy that's kind of calling in. This partnership is calling in this kind of internal masculine energy to ground into you, because it feels at a distance, right? Your body is searching and wanting for the kind of balancing out of its own internal energy. And so there's this kind of calling in, like, come to me, right? This Empress energy, the feminine energy is saying, come to me. I've created this nest, this place. Now come in and bring this, hello, Ace energy, come in to me and bring this Ace, this seed energy, because I have created this womb space for you. So come in, bring this seed energy, and let's create something here with the Lover's card. Look at that. Look at you in the garden with this creation energy. Ooh. Spirit's being very poetic today. Yes, and there is also this time of rest. So you have been in a period of rest before this major victory is coming in. Also, that's also this energy of releasing, right? Putting something to rest, putting this 10 of Wands energy to rest, so that this victory that you've kind of been waiting for, this kind of moment of, okay, there it is, my energy has come back. I have a direction, I have a purpose, I have a drive, my masculine energy has come back to me. So I feel this internal balance energy coming in much stronger. Yes. Right? Spirit's like, I've created this sacred womb space here. You might have been doing, let's be confirmation for you if you've been doing womb space healing, right? Now that can come in any form, regardless of what gender you identify as. We're talking about energy here. We're not talking about the physical body. But maybe for some of you, you have been doing some kind of cleanses. Maybe you've been, if you do have a yoni, maybe you've been using yoni eggs or yoni steams to cleanse out that energy. Maybe some of you have been using phallic steams. Maybe you're the masculine, you have been using retention energy. You're not giving out that sensual energy to anyone or to yourself, and you're kind of bringing yourself back to a neutral base is kind of the energy that it's giving me. Maybe for some of you, if you have been having some of these energetic symptoms showing up as 3D symptoms in the form of infections or anything like that, even like kidney infections, bladder infections, anything like that, anything around your reproductive areas, I'm seeing like a cleansing energy in that. So let that be a confirmation for you for that. And there is just kind of this, the rod and the cup, the feminine and the masculine, the coming together of this energy, right? The return and the blossoming of this energy. And what comes when this energy comes, a seed is planted, something grows, there's something growing. So for some of you, if you know that you are, you're real fertile right now. So, if you don't want to have a baby inside of you, or you don't want to put a baby in somebody, you know what you need to do. Okay. You know what you need to do. Use whatever form of protection that you use. Okay. So just be aware of that. But if that is not a thing that you're like, unless we're having some immaculate conception stuff here, okay, then this is about this energy, this idea, this project, whatever it is, that purpose, that direction, that life, that seed being planted inside of you, because you've created this nice like womb space for it, receiving. You've created this energy of receiving. I am ready to hold space, I'm ready to hold this space and allow something to grow. Again, it's that spring energy, right? The springing, the budding of the flowers that are bringing in the bees, the pollinators. Excuse me. You almost just knocked down this whole little operation. Hold on. Okay, so that whole thing, okay, for some of you, you might have had somebody, you might have had somebody that's been a little clingy on your energy, okay, or clingy to you physically. That energy is kind of being pushed away. And also for some of you, there could have, again, there's this kind of energy of, okay, I'm setting all this up, and then like self-sabotage perhaps comes in, or sabotage from external sources comes in, and it's kind of this energy of like, oh my gosh, like every single time I start building my little castle back up, something comes and washes it all away or throws it down, and it's like, I don't have the energy to just keep building over and over and only get 10 bricks in before it gets knocked back over again. So something's going on here. It's that kind of energy. That's the energy that's leaving you, so that you can actually feel like, okay, I'm actually seeing progress. I'm actually seeing some things get accomplished. I'm actually, okay, I'm seeing, I've got this and I've got that. It's kind of like you've been in this energy of, okay, I've got this and I'm getting this, and like I'm getting the accreditations, and I'm getting this knowledge, and I'm getting that knowledge, and I'm closing out this cycle, and I'm closing out that cycle, and I'm closing out this cycle, and another cycle, and another cycle, and another cycle. It's like, okay, can some forward movement happen here? Okay, I've packed my bags. I've checked them like 5 different times. Okay, I've had to remove half of my stuff, put it back in there. My bag fell apart, had to go buy a new bag. Had to wait till I could purchase a new bag, go buy a new bag. Now I have all new stuff that I've purchased, and I've put it inside the bag, and I'm zipping up the bag. Can I leave now? Is the kind of energy. It's like, can the fuckery stop, please? Okay? And that's kind of the energy, and we have this very soon energy coming in here, where Spirit is saying, okay. And it's not like you've not been making progress, right? Because Spirit, like with the whole analogy of the bags packed, right? It's this kind of energy of, well, yeah, if I had carried that shampoo, it would have busted open in my bag and ruined half of my papers, these important books or these papers that I had, and I didn't want that to happen. And yes, it's better that I picked up my bag and it broke here while I was at the house, as opposed to being on the way to the airport and my bag falls apart and everything falls out of it. And now what am I doing? So it's like, okay, I know that it's better that it happens now, that it goes ahead and gets handled, that those important papers, that email that fell through the cracks comes back up and it pushed me back, but at least I wasn't there at the airport and they're like, where's this very important piece of paper that you didn't fill out, and now the whole trip is canceled or pushed back. So it's like, okay, I see why all of this needed to happen before, and it's a blessing. It's one of those like hidden blessings, where it's kind of like when you're in it, it doesn't feel like a best blessing, but once you've gotten through it, you're kind of reflecting back and you're like, yes, it's better that happened now. It's better that I saw this now. It's better that I knew that now, so I could wrap that up and get that handled. But damn, am I ready? Because I'm ready for the new thing. I'm ready for this new cycle. Can we just please, can shit stop? Oh, wait, you didn't fill out this form. Okay, here. Wait, you left. Can you initial here? Okay, here you go. Wait, this needs to be signed and sealed by a notary. Oh my God, it's that kind of energy. It's like, are you serious? Is it done now? 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 Is it done? Can it be done? Please. And yes, Spirit is saying yes, because you are attracting in. Right? Now you're ready. Now you're ready. And looking back, you're going to be like, I'm happy that this blessing, that this new thing came in now and not in the past, because I wouldn't have been ready. And now I know so much more, and now I'm more experienced. But damn, just 843. Exactly. It's time to retreat from the world. Like, it's time for this old cycle to end. So what is this? Maybe that's what the mask was. Is that you're finally at the stage where you can see, okay, I see the blessing in the not right now. I see the blessing in the pause. I see it. I get it. I'm more ready. I'm more mentally, emotionally, physically ready. I get it. Thank you. But still, yeah. So Spirit's saying, stay optimistic. You've been freeing yourself from this Ten of Wands energy right here. You've been needing to rest. You've been needing to find yourself. You've been needing to get rid of all those little pesky little things that would have come up and put a wrench in your plan later on if they came up later on. Right? So now you have this energy of, okay, right, you had to give this whole thing. For some of you, right, you had to know for sure, right? I had to know for sure it wasn't the right thing. It wasn't the right one. Spirit says, do you know now? You're like, yeah, I know now. I got it now. I am crystal clear, right? You're just like, I know. I had to give them a chance, Spirit. I had to give them a chance. And Spirit's like, okay, well, okay, we told you, but you gave him a chance. And now how do you feel? Okay, now I know that I deserve better. Now I know that, now I have this aim, right? And she's like aiming. She's got like one of her eyes. She's like, boom, like ready to release, right? That's the kind of energy that you have. You're like, I'm ready to release. I'm ready for this separation. I'm ready because now that I've gone through all of that, I know, shoom, this is where I want to go. Right? For some of you, enlightenment needed to come in certain time. There were certain time periods. For some of you, it's like astrological transits that needed to happen. So divine time meant that certain aspects of your chart needed to be highlighted, so the energy would be right for you to go in, for you to look. For some of you, it was certain spirit guides or certain, the stars had to be aligned just right for you to get certain downloads. You couldn't get it all at once. You needed to know this piece of information and that piece of information and this piece of information and that piece of information, and it needed to come to you over time. You needed to do a certain amount of healing. For some of you, it might have been the fact that you needed to do a certain amount of growing, or that you needed to. For some of you, there's something here about timing with your children. For some of you as well, like your actual physical children. For some of you, this is about a spirit baby. Okay, this spirit baby needed to be available, and they had things in the astral and higher realms that they needed to do before, and now they're like, okay, I'm ready now. I can come to you now. I love you now. I'm so sorry you've been waiting for me for so long, but I'm here and I'm ready. Let's go. So beautiful blessings, like a certain child needed to come to, a certain spirit needed to come to you at a certain time. And for some of you, it was, you had to have these conversations. You had to have these heart-to-hearts with yourself or with other people, so that this learning and forgiving, this forgiving and learning, as I was forgiving myself, as I was forgiving the past, as I was forgiving that certain person for doing what they did and giving them that last chance that I just felt like I just needed to give them, right? I gave them that last chance, and they're off doing whatever the hell it is they're doing, right? So I gave it everything I had, right? But for some of you, you realized, for some of you very specifically, because in both of these cards, there's the feminine energy going to this masculine energy, and they have their hands on them and they're pleading with them, and this masculine in both of these cards is not even looking at the feminine, right? They're looking off in a different direction, right? And for both of you, right? For both of you, in this card right here, their spirit guides, their angels are still trying to whisper in their ear, like, come on, do this. And then in this card right here, you see your spirit guides are urging you, babes, get the closure that you need and move on. Their spirit guides have already stopped, right? Their spirit guides are over here like, I've tried, and I'll keep trying, but this connection, that you were just trying so hard to make happen, that you were just giving chance after chance, you have finally come to, your soul finally feels this, okay, I can move on. Okay, I don't feel like I'm abandoning this person. Okay, I feel like, you know what? I've given you chance after chance after chance, or energetically, I've given you so much time to catch up with me, and you're still fucking around, or you're still doing whatever it is you're doing, right? Okay, fine. I can let go now. I feel like I've done everything that I possibly could. I even stayed back extra time in a karmic cycle that I didn't have to stay, possibly waiting for you, you know, or giving you a little extra time. For some of you, this is subconscious. You didn't even really realize you were doing this. For some of you, right? For some of you, this might have been your higher self or this person's higher self. You know, it's like, okay, well, if they haven't come around to this stage by this time, then the contract is completely void, right? For some of you, and you might not have even realized why you were holding on so much. It's like, what's holding me here? What's holding me here? Your higher self made some kind of agreement or contract or something to try to wait or to try to give this person, or it's like, okay, if you haven't reached this level by this time, I'm going. And they're like, that's fair. That's fair. Okay. You know, and for some of you, you didn't even realize that contract happened. And so you're just sitting here in this place like, why do I feel like I can't move on? Why do I feel like I can't let this go? No matter how many letters that I write, no matter how much therapy that I do, no matter how much I stop thinking about it, stop talking about it, move on, do something else, there's that lingering like, but what if kind of feeling, right? And it's because you worked out this contract, right? The contract is completely done and it's done. It's over, right? And for some of you, you needed to have some type of closure here. There was some type of closure that you were waiting for. And for some of you, you've had to realize, I'll have to give myself this closure, right? Or like I said, it was more like a higher self deal where you're just like, I'm not. And because and if this is more like a relationship thing for you, you have, you know, something more in the 3D and less in your energy body, right? You have released and let go of this, finally took off the mask. Ask yourself, why am I waiting? Why am I holding on? What do I need to let go of? What inside me still feels like this contract is not over, right? You had to realize, I really, truly have to choose myself. I really, truly have to move on and heal this and let this go. And now that you have released and let this go, now a true emperor, because for some of you, this emperor was at a distance from you, and now somebody who's ready to be an emperor can come in. Not this person who's pretending, or not this person that is still just not choosing to come in here, right? Now, finally, the real deal can come in, and a person who's actually really looking at you, that can really see you, can bring in this 4 of Wands, 2 of Cups, the real deal here, right? Now that you have released and figured out whatever it was you needed to figure out about your past, you figured it out. And now the real deal can come in. Because for some of you, you were dead set on the fact that somebody was your twin flame. They were your emperor. They were your something. And now you finally come to the realization, I don't give a F what kind of label this person or me or my past self or anything put on this. I got to let this go. Right? I got to let this go and I got to move on. And now that you're doing that, the real deal can actually come in. It was so hard for me to pick up. Did y'all see how many times I was like, what the heck? Yeah, right. It's been this kind of lingering energy here of this Ace of Wands not coming in here, right? The masculine energy not coming in here. And like I said, for some of you, it was also, if this resonates in the 3D, then it's also going to resonate in your energy body. But if it resonates in your energy body, it doesn't have to resonate with you in a 3D. But for some of you, you were on a 3D journey here as well, where it was an actual person that that you were doing this whole thing with. But now that you finally let go of whatever this is, like the soul contract with this person. What is this? What was this soul contract? We're just going to pull like a little bit to just confirm for you. I'm not really diving into it. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. For some of you, it was, oh my God, but the good times were so good. Were the good times real? Did this person ever actually really love me? Did they actually ever really care about me? Or was it all just fake? Was it all just bullshit? For some of you, this is some kind of financial cycle that needed to come to an end. Okay? And for some of you, whoever this other soulmate or this other person is, they're ready. They're ready now. Especially if this is a person, if you've been getting the intuitive hints that you're going to meet this person through some kind of work opportunity or something like that. Yeah. It's coming in. But there's also an energy here of you working with a different soulmate. And this could be a more like a spirit guide soulmate. But it's because it's more like an energy that you were working with to heal some kind of family issues that might have created some kind of root wound inside of you that was around your prosperity, around your abundance, around your the way that you viewed specifically money or your finances. Something here about like going after your dreams. There's some kind of root wound here that you were healing. So it wasn't like you were just doing nothing, waiting for this person. You were healing this other wound. It's like, okay, well, I can stay a little bit longer and I can heal this other wound. And if you catch up to me and by the time I heal this wound, then cool. But it's almost as if you're just like, okay, here I am, even more healed than I was before. And this person is still in the same place that they were before you even healed. And you're like, seriously? Okay. That's, I gotta let this go. Like, I gave you too many chances. And there could have been like this really strong energy of like passionate or like lustful energy between you and this person. But all this healing and everything that you've been doing is calling in this new soulmate energy for you. Okay? And it is going to be a true love energy. Okay? And Spirit's worth waiting for. Spirit is here to tell you that the real deal is worth healing for. And again, the real deal is here in this new love. Okay? Okay? Because whatever this past energy was, it really feels like some kind of past life relationship that you had that was some kind of karma that was still tied in between the two of you. It's kind of like, okay, I gotta close out this past karmic contract here. I don't know, for some of you, I just got the download really quickly that for some of you, it might have been an energy of you abandoned this person in a past life. And it was kind of like this, okay, in this life, I need to give them a chance instead of abandoning them or something like that. It's possible, but that's not going to apply to everybody. But that's if you've already kind of been getting those intuitive hints. But that won't be for everybody. That's maybe even like one person or two people. More likely for like one. But I felt like the more time you spent with this person really getting to know them, you understood that there's a big difference between chemistry, because you felt a lot of chemistry with this person. A lot of chemistry with this person. But there's a big difference between chemistry and, let's get it on. There's a big difference between that and actual partner compatibility, right? There's a big difference in those things. And it makes a huge difference in like the longevity of a relationship. And I feel like Spirit was telling you that you had to learn the difference between those things, or you had to learn how to let things go and let things be. Right? Because for some of you, there could have been like this emotional tie, like, oh my God, finally, here is this chance. My past love that I lost, because of a war, or because of separation, or because they were stolen away, or because I abandoned them or left them. Oh my God, it's finally, here they are. They've come back around. This is amazing. We can finally, my twin flame, they finally showed back up. We can be together. And there was kind of there had to be this understanding that you finally expressed your love. You said what you needed to say. You closed out the cycle, but there was kind of like this holding on energy. Whether that was them holding on to you, you holding on to them. Again, like I said, that kind of clingy energy where it's like, oh my God, like where my cat came up here because I have like a light set up right here. And she was dancing around the light and almost knocked the whole thing over. And I was like, this is moments away from disaster. Excuse me, sir. Sir. I'm talking to you. Get away from that, please. I'm telling you, it's kind of this energy of, hey, you, get out of here. That's what your spirit guides had to do. Hey. Oh, I'm so sorry, you guys. But there was this kind of, okay, I got the closure that I needed. Your soul got the closure that it needed, or something like that. And now you're in this energy of releasing, right? It's like, I don't care what label or what our relationship was in the past. It's not healthy for me to be here with you. And I think it took time for you to realize that. Like, no, I felt so drawn to this person because they were a karmic energy that I had this kind of past life relationship with. Not everybody from my past life is going to be a healthy person to continue to have in my present life, in my present incarnation, right? Oh my goodness. This is beautiful. And here, and as you're releasing this old energy and letting go of it and getting rid of this Ten of Wands energy, that this karmic cycle, this closure that you're finally having here, wedding, very soon, honeymoon, codependency in reverse. So all the effort that you made is ascending your love life, right? It's ascending your love life because you had to learn how to love yourself first. You had to learn how to say, I don't care what you are. I don't care what attraction I feel to you. I don't care what I feel like happened between the two of us in a past life. We could have had 20 kids in a past life. But you're not healthy for me, or you're not meant for me in this life. So I have to learn how to let you go. I have to learn how to let you be. I have to learn how to let you have the free will that God gave you to choose, to not choose me, right? You have free will. It is not for me to decide, oh my God, this is it. This is our chance to be together. Yeah, if that person freely chooses it and they do the work on themselves, but this person's not. They're not choosing you. And that was really hard for you because you're like, oh my gosh, this is an opportunity for me and this person. You know, it's like breaking out of this toxic cycle here. I think it's always this cycle between you and this person. It's like, oh my God, we're so close together. We could maybe come together. We could maybe have this life together. And then we're torn apart. And then we come together and we almost have it. And then we're torn apart. And there's this vibe of like, oh, I need to come in. I need to fight for it. And it's like, Spirit's like, there's a reason that it never comes together because it's not meant to. It's not meant to, but you had to come to the realization of that. You had to find that energy within yourself to say, even if I am attracted to this person and I want them to choose me, it's the same thing every single cycle. It's always you running away from me. It's always we can never, or I'm running away from you. We can never quite come together. F this. God doesn't have me on a cycle like that. It has to be darkness. It has to be fear. There's a reason that's always there between us. So I got to let you go. And you needed to learn this lesson. So now that you have walked through this lesson and you've learned this, your energy can come into a much more playful, high vibrational vibe. Right? Yeah, and I hear these two people, it's like they're sobbing, they're crying, and it's just like, I'm so sorry. And it's like this person being like, I forgive you. I release this. I'll let it go. I forgive you. I understand. You know, and that brings whatever kind of soul energy that needed to happen here. It brings that to an, yeah. For some of you, this might not have even been you and this person being lovers in a past life. You could have been siblings. Siblings that were separated from each other, or siblings that were ripped apart, and there was always this energy of like, you abandoned me, you left me. And then the person that left, or the person that was taken, or whatever it was, it's almost like, I didn't have a choice. I'm so sorry. Like I couldn't come back, or and it's almost like this. I vowed I'll come back together. I promise I'll come back. I promise I'll come back for you. And then that person never did, you know? And it created this kind of tie here of like, you always lie to me, you never keep your promises. Well, I always try to come back towards you, but then your energy pushes me away. It's that kind of energy. That was some kind of karmic soul bond that was between you and this person. It was like a soul tie that existed between you and this person in whatever your details, your personal details between the two of you are. But it's kind of this vibe here, right? See this red ribbon that's like the scarf that's like flowing around these two. Look how the ribbon is kind of, it was attached to them, but now it looks like it's flying away in the wind, right? And it's like we always have this loyalty to each other, but we have to realize that the type of energy that we share between the two of us, we always come back together, but it's always this toxic energy that we never heal. Right? We always look how he has this leash and he's holding it up, holding these two dogs. They're chained together. It's devil energy that actually changed the two of you together, right? It's this loyalty. It feels like I owe this person this. And it's kind of, I just heard somebody say my debt is finally paid. It's this energy of my debt is paid. Because look, it's this moon card came up and look, it's the two dogs howling at the moon, right? And again, these two dogs have this chain, like an actual chain that's holding them together, just like the devil card chains two people together. And it's like this realization like, oh my God, it's not God tying us together. It's the devil. It's this fear. It's this resentment. It's this anger. Like I'm angry at you for not choosing me, for abandoning me, for leaving me. Well, I'm angry at you because you don't see it from my side. My side is I was taken away. I didn't choose not to come back to you. Like I lost my life, or I could never come back to you. Like I didn't have a choice. Is this kind of energy of never seeing the other person's side. It's like coming together, but then just being like, oh, I hate you so much, and running away, and then never seeing the other, never coming close enough together to see the other person's point of view. And that's this devil fear, resentment, anger that repels, that brings you two together, and then you're both just like, ah, and then you go in the other direction. You know, and then it's okay, let's bring it back together next lifetime, and you come together and it's like, oh, and it's that kind of energy where it never resolves itself, because it's like, I don't know, like one person here might have literally been like, I'll never forgive you, or something. They made some kind of oath or something like that, you know, and it's that kind of I'm getting the chills. It's like, you know, coming together, but then never truly seeing each other, never seeing the other person's side, never forgiving the other person, right? Like that forgiveness energy that was here, right? Where one person is like, please forgive me, please, 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 please. And the other person just has their face turned away. And for you, you might be the person that has finally said, you know what? I can't keep doing this over and over and over again with you. I got to release this. I got to forgive myself. I can't keep my side of this karmic bond, it's over here, of us coming back together, and you just ignore me the whole time. Every time I come back together and you're just like, anyway, you owe me. Okay, I'm so sorry. That's not good enough. I don't see it. No, I just don't understand why you couldn't. I'll never forgive you. I said that I wouldn't forgive you, and I won't. It's that kind of energy, and it's like, I have to release my side of this. I have to let this go. And it's funny that in the child's card, it's the boy that's in the children card, that's still holding on to the chains, and the dogs are looking at this boy. And it's the female that's finally looking away, releasing. It's kind of almost like maybe she's had that shawl like tied around her, and she's kind of like releasing it. Like, I have to let it go. Like, I have to let this go. I can't keep holding myself responsible for this energy. right? Because I've tried so many times to come back towards you, but you never accept me, but you never see me, but you never give me a chance, and it's because this person has to release their side of the vow. They have to release their side of the karma, and you can't do that work for them. And that's what seems to keep happening. Like this person just has this like every time, and every time you guys come together, as soon as they see you, they're like, my enemy, and they never do enough work on themselves, or they haven't so far, at least in this lifetime. At least so far, they haven't done enough work to see this, right? To see what I'm saying now, to see shit, it's like they won't even hear you out, like you come back and you're just like, I'm trying so hard to tell you. I always wanted to come back to you. I never wanted to abandon you, and I'm so sorry that I did. It wasn't my choice. I couldn't come back. I couldn't come back. For some of you, this person, you as this person, you left and you said, I promise I'll come back. I promise. And you passed over. Or for some of you, there's a particular story here for somebody that you were captured and taken as a slave to a completely different continent, a completely around the world. And it's like every single night I sat there and I wept thinking about what's happened to you. Who are you now? Did you grow up? Did you ever make it out? I couldn't come back for you. I promise, I swear, I promise that I would have come back. But the choice was taken away from me. Oh my gosh. And it's just like, I couldn't forgive myself. Right? And that's what this is for you, is that you had to learn how to forgive yourself. You had to release your side of the karma of it, to say, all I can do is apologize, and all I can do is say, I forgive you, self. I forgive you, self, for never getting to go back and fulfill that promise, that oath that I made to you. I keep trying over and over and over again because I made an oath, in this life or the next, I'll come back for you. But every time I come towards you, your anger and resentment and darkness that you're holding on to doesn't allow me to get close enough to you to fulfill that oath, to fulfill that, to just even say, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that I couldn't come back, because I keep asking you, please forgive me, please forgive me, please forgive me. I'm so sorry. But they couldn't, they still haven't been able to let it go. It's so painful. It's so painful. And it's so hard for this person to keep looking past the pain and to ask themselves, why? Why do I feel this way about this person? Why do I see this person and I'm just instantly I hate them? And they deserve to suffer, and they don't deserve to have anything, and they deserve to be alone, like they left me alone. Why do I feel that way towards this person? There's so much hatred and anger and so many lives of that piled on top of each other. This person is going to have to do some really serious deep digging to find this forgiveness in you. And there's it's kind of like this energy of spirit. It's like, you've done enough. Let go. This is a burden that's not yours to bear anymore. It's not your burden to bear anymore. You've tried over and over and over again to do your part of the healing. If this person doesn't do their part of the healing, what else can you do? And for some of you, you chose lifetime after lifetime after lifetime to say, it's the least I can do. The least I can do is not let go. The least I can do is still promise to come back next time. And now you've finally seen this energy of, I have to let this go. I've given it so many chances. I have to free myself from this. I have to let you go. I have to let you go. I have to move on. I don't deserve to suffer lifetime after lifetime after lifetime after lifetime because you won't give me a chance to apologize, because you won't do the work. I don't owe that to you. I don't owe you endlessly suffering, endlessly never coming together with the person I'm truly supposed, staying lonely, feeling abandoned. I don't deserve that energy. I've paid enough. It's like your soul is like, I've paid enough. I've paid way over what I owed. I've paid way over what I owed. I'm not letting you call in this debt, continue to hold this debt over me, to call it into me lifetime after lifetime. No, I've paid. I've paid more than over. And now that you realize this, all of this extra that you've paid is finally it's almost like it's going back to this person. It's like, it's on you to carry all this now. I've tried so many times to carry this, and I have to choose myself, my blood, my line, my mission, my soul mission that's more than just this karma that you want to keep going between the two of us. I've forgiven myself already. And I'm trying very hard to forgive you too, or I am forgiving you, and I'm forgiving. I think it's mostly you forgiving yourself is what you had to release and let go of in this lifetime. Allowing yourself to be, not punishing yourself. Like, what are you punishing yourself for? What are you still holding on for? Yeah, it's this kind of energy of your soul feeling like, I've given enough. I've given enough. I can be at peace now. I've waited for you enough. I've given you so many lifetimes to pull it together, to pull yourself out of darkness, to find forgiveness for yourself and for us and for what happened between the two of us. And I just have to let you do whatever it is that you want to do. I don't owe you anymore. Whoo! What a download. Exactly. Unrequited love. I can't do this anymore. This isn't real love. This is not love anymore. This is not me. Me sacrificing myself is not love. It's not love. I truly have to love myself. I have to choose more. I can't keep myself small. I can't continue to keep my soul and keep myself small for you. I have to let this go. Woo! It's a lot. Your lighthearted extend your lighthearted energy to others. All I can do is pray and wish the best for you. And I hope that you find your way back to the light. I hope that you find this way, and because you have opened up yourself up now to being like, I have to let this go. I have to forgive myself, and I have to open this up. It's allowing these feelings of safe romance to come to you. And it's allowing this energy of a masculine energy that truly chooses you, that sees you, that chooses to forgive and chooses to come forward, that chooses to truly work with you. That doesn't make themselves like your secret enemy is kind of the energy. Again, there's the retreat card coming out. I've just got to disconnect from the cycle with you. It's time to finally lay this to rest. It's come to an end. At long last, it's come to an end. And you're finally attracting in, with the help of your spirit guides, you're finally attracting in that person who will truly actually be your one. That person who will truly actually choose you, that partner, that kinship, that real thing, not this toxic shit that you keep convincing yourself that if I truly love them, I'll come back to them like I promised that I would. And I'll keep giving them chance after chance after chance after chance after chance after chance after chance. And they break my heart, and they make me their enemy, and they tear me down, and they keep me dark, and I keep waiting for them, or blah, blah, blah. No. And it has created this kind of like, I don't trust in love. I'm not safe in love is kind of the energy, because that's this person's energy. This person feels like they can never truly release you and let you go and trust in you. But there is finally this energy of, yes, I can. Yes, I can. Trust. Yes, I can. I can feel safe. I can feel safe to choose this one. Wow. There definitely could be something significant either in this life or the past life. I think it's going to be this new person. There's something significant here about red hair, about both these couples here. Red hair and dark hair. Or one light, one dark. That kind of energy. Or that definitely could have been that kind of past energy where it was like one was in the light, one was in the dark, constantly. Oh, I constantly have to fight to pull you out, and I'm never going to give up, and I'm never going to let go. And no, I'm not waiting for you. I'm not holding on to this. I'm not endlessly holding on to this over and over and over again. I'm being with somebody who chooses me. I'm being with somebody who chooses themselves, who chooses to work on themselves and let go of the past and move on from this energy. And I think this is the energy that this person needs, because this person feels comfortable staying in this energy because you always come back. They feel comfortable staying in the devil energy because you always come back, and you always give them another chance. Yeah, and they always give you so little. They always keep you strung along or something like that. This is really dark energy that this person is in. You know? They've fallen so much they get this kind of glee energy from, seeing you sad. It's not love. It's corrupted into something very dark, right? Yeah, it has. Gross. I think this person has like a really dark entity attachment. I'm not even gonna play with you. It just loves to feed on their sorrow. On the sorrow of both of you. Of you come in and then they hurt you, and then you're like, oh my God, you hurt me. You stabbed me in the heart. You betrayed me. Once again, I'll never trust in love. And then it's just like, ha, the sweet sorrow. It's like the sweet sorrow of these like star-crossed lovers, kind of Romeo Juliet sort of type thing. Like, oh, we're meant to be together, but we just can't. Oh no. And it's like, break the cycle. Break the cycle. Break this shitty ass cycle. Because it is indeed like your lower selves. It is indeed your ego. It is indeed your shadow energy that tempts you into coming into this person. But underneath that is your higher self, is God trying to make you to realize, again, like I always say, pain, discomfort, it's not a punishment. It is a motivation to change your circumstances so that you no longer feel that pain. And that's what you've realized. You're like, I can't do this anymore. I'm changing, but you're staying still. If anything, you might be receding backwards, more into the dark, right? Ugh. Oh God, that was a nasty ass image that I just saw. That literally made me feel sick to my stomach. Whoa. Yeah. I literally just saw this person like standing. Oh, wow. I literally just saw this person standing there. And they were just like sinking further and further back into darkness. And as they did, I just saw these like two creepy hands like come. Oh my God, it's giving me the chill bumps. Like come and like wrap around this person and like pull them further into the darkness. And then there's like this hand that's like, come. And it's like, nope. And then look here. Right? It's this, you know, God keeps being like, come, you know, and then there's is the darkness, the creepiness, you know, you're just stuck in this energy of rejection. And God is like, please heal this rejection wound. Heal this abandonment wound between you and this person. Heal this rejection, abandonment wound that keeps existing. Free yourself from this. Gain your independence from this. Plant the right seeds and watch your true garden grow, because you keep planting these seeds of these weeds that keep just taking over your whole garden. Stop. Right? Seek your justice. Seek justice for yourself. That is when you will have longevity, the true longevity that you deserve. A seed worth truly planting and protecting. And come on now. That's when the true garden will grow. That's when you will be able to choose the right person who doesn't have all of these weeds and darkness and all this attachment issues and that they don't want to heal, you know. Then that's when you will be able to partner up with a person who truly, you know, allows you to bloom, right? Because they are healing. They are blooming. They are producing fruit. You are producing flowers. They are producing fruit. It is this, you know, come on, 10 of Pentacles. You know? And I truly believe it's more kind of metaphorical, the whole, you know, yeah, exactly. But look, a person who truly chooses to not emotionally evolve stays attached to the devil. They keep letting that devil stay in their life, right? And you have to learn these lessons to defend yourself, right? Defend yourself from this cycle. Oh, I'm so damn proud of you. You're breaking out of these cycles. Come on now. Breaking out of confusion so that you can see the truth, so that you can make a wise decision instead of doing this back and forth bullshit. Ground in that new paradigm of knowing who you truly are, walking away from what doesn't serve you, working on this energy here of this I keep myself bound and tied up and shit. No. Right? And it's all this, what everybody else thought. Oh my gosh, we can never come together. We can never come together. We can never make it work. And Spirit says, if you'll stop with the bullshit with this person, with the karmic cycle with this person, you will see that there is a 2 of Cups here. Real deal soulmate energy who will really come into your life and really love you and really create something that's worthy of you. Huh? You just got to learn these lessons and learn how to untangle yourself. And when you learn how to unbind yourself, that's when the real deal comes in. That's when that soulmate energy comes in and they heal the absolute fuck out of you. That's when your true wish fulfillment comes in, right? When you learn, I'm not a match to this person anymore. I just, right? Because in a romantic situation, if it's a king and a queen of swords, it's people that are at disagreements. They can never see eye to eye. They can never open up and see each other's perspective enough, you know? That can even be like a couple that's going through a divorce and a separation. That's exactly what's happening here, right? You've learned the lessons. You've gone inside. You found the healing. And you're cutting this off so that you can, hello, Queen of Pentacles. Give to the thing that actually deserves. Give to the relationship. Give to the love that's actually real. And not this, I'm just so karmically attracted to this person. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. Come on now. Tell me why this new person is pulling out all the matches to you. Come on now. Right? Your intuition has been telling you. It's the person that actually has the drive and the passion to heal themselves, to show up for themselves, to plant their seeds, to grow that beautiful garden. They trust you. They see you. They fight for you. They fight for themselves in their own life. They're growing that true garden. They're planting those true seeds. And they're not afraid to pluck the weeds instead of becoming one with them. Instead of allowing the weeds and the, to just to grow all around them and cloud their vision. Numbing themselves out. This past person, whatever, they could have all these substance abuse issues. It's kind of almost like a type. It might not even be like a specific person, but it's like a type, right? We have like a pattern. And it's like not available, doesn't choose me, doesn't show up, doesn't fight for this. And not in the way where it's like, I'm going to run away and he needs to chase after me and tell me that he just loves me. And it's like, no, like there is none of that back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. We just click. We just make it. They're just interested. They just want, they pursue, they come in. They plant seeds. They create a safe environment. They show up. They foster. They grow this, right? They slow down and take their time and get to know you. And plant seeds so that your garden flourishes just as much as theirs. Not people that come in and plant these seeds of confusion or plant like these weeds in your garden, right? And then you're constantly having to go back and pluck up all these weeds. And as you're plucking the weeds, these other people are spreading them out everywhere, right? Poking holes in your boat and shit. Poking holes in the bottom of your cup so that their cup, you're always, we'll hear. As their cup just flows out the bottom. And it's like, if you actually worked on your cup a little bit, if you went to therapy, if you figured your ish out, if you got sober for like more than 5 minutes, maybe you could deal with some of your childhood trauma and things that poke those holes in the bottom of your cup. Nah, you can just keep filling up my cup. And it's like, then my cup's always empty. Your cup's never full and my cup's always empty. Sounds great to me. No. It doesn't. I want equal reciprocity. I want a person that's got a full cup. They bring in a full cup. And now that I have plugged the hole, the crack in my side of my cup that makes me always want to dip, slosh into all these people that's got the broken cups. Now I can choose somebody who's got a full cup. Who's got a full cup and I've got a full cup, and we're finally choosing to come together. Instead of all these, come on, taking that leap of faith to get the new thing. Instead of all these people that are always looking away, finally they're coming together and, they got a full cup, you got a full cup, 2 cups, you're bringing it together, lover's card, masculine, feminine, right? Because it used to always be this energy of, I got this waterfall in the background and you're just dry as a desert and I'm always having to slosh out into your cup to fill it up. Yeah, let that shit burn. Let that tower burn. We don't need no water. Let that mother burn. Burn, tower, burn. Burn, chains, burn. Burn, it's like burning up these wounds, right? Like healing them up. It's kind of like this energy of like, okay, like the wound, it's gangrenous, it's infected. So we got to go in there, we got to heal it. And, it's not fun cleaning out wounds. It's not fun cauterizing those wounds so that they'll stop bleeding and they'll start leaching and it's not a fun healing process. But on the other side of it, finally not having a wound that rips open every 5 minutes and, it's like, what? No. I don't know. Yeah. I'd rather not walk with a limp for the rest of my life. And that's nothing against people who walk with a limp. You're perfectly fine. But it's this kind of energy of like, no. If I could heal this, why wouldn't I? And there is this energy of, okay, I'm done. I'm done giving you chances. I'm done running back to you. I'm done. You know, I see this for what it truly is. You know, you're wrapped up in the darkness, and I can't keep chasing you into your dark places. You know, I'm just going to stand over here, or I'm going to walk around and I'm going to shine a light. And if you want to do the work to bring yourself back into the light, that's what you have to do. We all each individually have to do our work. And now I'm not saying that we have to be alone the whole time, but this person does have a long solo journey of going inside and learning about their own issues, right? To go down before they would be anywhere close to being right and healthy for anyone, regardless of any type of relationship. I'm sure this person has very toxic relationships with everybody in their life. You know, and it's sad, but it's kind of like an issue. It's not this coldness, but it's this kind of thing of like, that's not on my plate. It's not for me to hold that wound anymore. You know, I'm finally going to let this heal. I'm finally, you know, I'm going to take that sword out of my back so it can finally heal. And I'm not going to keep it there because it's like, well, the least I can do is hold on to this sword and help them. At least I can hold this one sword and help them out. No. You know, and it has finally allowed that 10th sword, you know, that one sword, that truth of, this isn't love. This isn't real. This is a toxic cycle I'm keeping myself in for you. But you wouldn't do the same for me. You're constantly taking swords out of your back and putting them into mine. That's not real. That's not love. That's not what that really is. And it is breaking that illusion away from you. And you're finally just like, no, you hold all those swords. You hold all those wands. That's not for me. That's not for me to do. Yeah, and Spirit is saying that this is going to bring this person kicking and screaming into the light. Like, it's going to allow that final to happen so that all of the rest of that can lie on them. And that they can bring themselves around. They can slowly remove those. They can slowly put down those wands, pull out those swords, and make it back to their truth. Right? Make it back to where they only have the one sword or the one wand that they're holding. And it's their passion, their truth, their direction, their purpose. We all have to go through that relieving of that energy for all of us. We all have to do that. We have to find that energy and that drive to do that for ourselves. Nobody else can do it for us. You know, and it's kind of this energy of this person has been like, well, because of this thing, you owe me. And so you need to hold on to this. You always need to be holding that torch. You always need to be holding that sword for me. Keep it in your back pocket. You know, it's like, no. No, I don't. Wow. Woo. Okay. Well, that was intense. I see why Spirit was like, you please sit down and I know you're tired, but please sit down and channel this because that moved through me, man. Thank you if you're still here at the end of that. I know that if you're still here at the end of all that, it has to have really deeply resonated for you. So I hope that the way that this is a story that I have delivered. I've noticed that Spirit has me delivering about 5 or 6 stories, but they have me saying the stories from different ways, from different angles, you know, bringing up different details because it's going to, each way that I'll tell it is going to apply differently to a different group of people, or it's going to bring that one person where they might have listened to me telling the same story this way. You know, it might not have resonated for them, but then when they listen to me tell it this way, they're like, oh, I see it. I get it. I see myself in this, you know? So, blessings. I know that if you are one of those people that watch like most of all my readings. You probably do see those same kind of stories over and over again. You recognize that, so I hope that if you are that person, I appreciate you for being out there, for liking, for subscribing, for sticking around. Thank you for helping me hold space for yourself or for these other people. Say a little prayer. Say a little prayer for this person in darkness and move on. Drop that sword and move on with your life and say it's not for me to hold anymore. Okay? I'm very, very, very proud of you for the work that you're doing, for the effort that you're making to move forward in your life. I appreciate you so very, very much. Your ancestors, your spirit guides, everybody is very proud of you for you coming to the realizations, for burning through this karma, for doing what you're doing. Everybody but the darkness is happy because it's pissed, but who gives a fuck? Find your own way back to the light, okay? And yeah. Yeah, it's kind of like you finally recalling that last piece of the light from this person, blessed and transmuted, of course. You finally transmuted that last. It's almost like they held a last bit of your light and you held a last bit of their darkness for them, and you finally said, no, go. And it's kind of finally allowed that to go back to this person, so that you can really let this go and end this cycle with this person. And I'm very proud of you because I know that it was hard. I know that it was hard. I can tell in this story it's taken you lifetimes. It's taken you, who knows, hundreds of years, maybe. I don't know how deep this wound was, but it must have been something else, right? And I get that at some point you must have really, really, really loved this person, but it just isn't love anymore, or you have learned that you've learned the real definition, the true definition of what love really is, and it's just not this, so you gotta let this go. And I'm very proud of you for putting in the very, very hard work, the long, grueling years that it has taken for you to come to this realization. And I pray that that seed of light is planted and that you allow it to grow, and that your garden is beautiful and prosperous and abundant. And, it's just shining a bright, beautiful light on yourself, on your family. Blessings to you, blessings to this new relationship you're bringing in. I pray that it's, that you're guided to it, and that it's blessed and protected, and you continue to heal, and that your children are more healed, and that, you're just creating a much more happy, loving environment as you move forward into the new world. I'm very, very proud of you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the work that you're doing. Thank you for the healing that you're bringing, not only to yourself, but to all these past cycles, to all these past versions of yourself. Pat yourself on the back. Tell yourself thank you and you're welcome. When you walk past the mirror, say, I love you, and you're worth so much more than to hold that shadow for them. You got your own shadows. You got your own shit, okay? Thank you so very, very much for being here, for giving me a bit of your time, your focus, your energy. I hope that this was a good exchange for you, that it gave you the love, light, or clarity that you needed. Thank you to your angels, spirits, guardians, ancestors, masters, and guides for helping you to find this reading. Thank you to my angels, spirits, guardians, masters, ancestors, and guides, as well as source energy. God, thank you for bringing all of this together and giving us the opportunity to heal this and to move on and to be blessed, more blessed versions of ourselves, and come back closer to true love. Thank you so much for this healing. Thank you so much for walking down this path and this journey with me. I really appreciate you guys. Like, share, subscribe, do the YouTube things. You know what's up. If you feel comfortable sharing your story down below, please do. I'm sure it will do nothing but help you by expressing it and getting it off your chest, as well as helping other people who can relate to it in the comment section down below. If you feel guided to get a personal reading from me about this or any of the other services that I offer, my contact information is listed down below as well. Thank you so very much. I appreciate you. And good luck out there, okay? Keep up the good, awesome work. I'm very proud of you. And You know, it's a hard path that you've chosen, but you're walking it beautifully. Okay, so give yourself a pat on the fucking back, and you know, give yourself a treat. Treat yourself, boo, because you did that damn thing. Okay, look at you, look at you, oh, look at you. I see you. Look at you. Okay. 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 Look at you. Glowing and beautiful and healing. I'm so proud of you. All right. I'll see you lovelies in the next one, okay? Bye.